Hi everyone, and welcome to our very first podcast, or as we like to call it, Bodcast. Carrie's here, and also Ian, and he is allowed to talk.
I'm allowed to talk, yay!
So we thought we would start a podcast because we don't show our faces anyway, so you may as well just listen to us. We thought we would focus on some current news and discuss what we think of it. Is that essentially what you're feeling?
Kind of topics, kind of about Lego, maybe branching out into other things, just us chatting, really.
So the main focus of today's episode is the new Ice Castle set 43197. Because we're big Frozen fans in this house. We've got two young daughters who are obsessed with Frozen, essentially.
We do watch it quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't actually ever tend to watch it, but
no,
they watch it a lot, and I always catch bits of it. But it's a great film.
It is.
And so as this seemingly got announced very quietly, we thought we would take a look at the set.
We were just looking through the new sets that came out on June 1st and made it into the coming soon region. I managed to find this along with a whole bunch of other stuff that we hadn't really heard about.
So yeah, we'd heard rumours of the set coming, and we were quite excited about it because they said it was going to be a big ice castle. But then it was just on the website, and we hadn't seen any videos about it. It just sort of was there.
Yeah, and then I think with the hype about the Star Wars sets and the Harry Potter sets, it kind of
got lost.
No one's really talking about it much. I've seen a couple of people talk about it.
Yeah, I watched a couple of reviews, but I don't know. It's just sort of appeared. I mean, it doesn't come out until 1st of July. That's its release date. I don't know if it's getting a VIP release date earlier than that.
And is it a worldwide release date?
I'm not sure.
Because it seems weird for
it to be in between.
Sets to come out 1st of June here, but not till August 1st in the US. But then a set to come out 1st of July everywhere. Yeah.
It is very strange. So I guess we'll give you a quick rundown of the particulars of this set. So it's $199.99 in the UK, and it's $199.99 in the US as well. So the price point is slightly off. We're going to end up paying more than our US counterparts, which is a bit annoying.
But then it's $209.99 in Europe.
But is that comparable? Or
is it normally that we have the same prices?
Yeah, I think we do normally have the same price. Yeah, the prices all seem a bit funny at the moment. I don't know if it's Brexit related or not, but I don't want to be paying more. But I'm still going to get it.
Yes.
So it's over 1,700 pieces. It's 1,709 apparently.
That is over 1,700.
And it's marketed at the 14 plus age range.
It's an interesting age range, isn't it?
So this is one of the things that Jang was talking about, is that people were sort of saying, why have they not marketed it sooner? Frozen was out ages ago. Why would you not capitalise on the success of the film? Because they've already done quite a lot of ice castles. Why did they not do the big one earlier on? And some people were thinking that actually they were waiting for the people who were super fans of Frozen to be grown up enough that they would spend this amount on a castle. Because when you're little and you're like, oh, I love Frozen, your parents aren't going to buy you a £200 castle.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas when you're 14 plus, you might have a bit more sway, or you might now be like a teenager, because obviously my nieces watched Frozen when they were little, and they're now...
Really?
Morgan loved
Has it
Frozen.
really been that long?
It's been out for ages.
Wow.
So they are now at the point where they're getting jobs and can afford this stuff, supposedly. So actually, it's probably why they've waited this long.
It does make sense, doesn't it?
It does look like an epic set. It's not quite as big as the Disney castle. It's you notice that the bottom of it looks the similar shape to the Disney castle. So they're obviously reusing the sort of template they've used there, but the scale is a lot smaller.
Yeah, they've just shrunk it down a little bit.
Yeah, did you think it was the same size as the Disney castle?
I wasn't sure when I first looked. It was like that. Seems similar.
Yeah, I think height wise it's not as big. You spotted that, you did say that. But then it's it's a good 10 centimetres pretty much shorter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's nowhere near as deep as the Disney castle. You think that's 31 centimetres deep versus 19. So
Okay, yeah.
it's a lot thinner.
So it's a lot thinner.
But it's still pretty impressive. The pieces, I mean, I think people will see it and go, oh yeah, lots of trans pieces, but they're not trans pieces. They're that opalescent kind of colour.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
Opalescent.
Is it opalescent?
I don't know.
I want to say opalescent.
Okay. Well, I'll say opalescent and you say opalescent.
And we'll wait until people tell us which is right.
Okay.
You know that I'm right?
No.
Okay. Opalescent sounds way better. It sounds.
Fancy English A level.
I didn't do very well at that.
Did you not?
No. So I think, yeah, some people will be disappointed to see that because the pictures don't necessarily show that. And that was the same problem, you know, the books they did, the little Disney books. They did a Frozen 2 one and people were expecting that part to be trans blue.
Right.
And it wasn't. And they were disappointed. It was the little knock, the horse. They thought it would be see-through and it wasn't see-through. And the pictures totally made it look see-through.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, some of these pictures do the same.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm quite excited about this set.
No, that's okay. That's good that you're excited about it.
It's epic.
Yeah.
Leah's going to love it.
Yes.
It's a bit of a struggle for me to know whether we should get it or not because, one, she'll want to play with it and she's still too much of a destroyer for my liking. 2, where would it go in our city? And 3, we already have one. It's just the small rubbish one. And now I'm disappointed that we have the small one because it would make it easier to get this one.
Yeah.
If we didn't already have that first one.
But that small rubbish one is the one that Leah
Can
loves
destroy, yeah.
playing with and destroying and doesn't look anything like it's meant to.
Yeah.
So I think finding a place for it to go in the city is going to be difficult.
How about on the top of our winter village?
I think the problem is that our winter village has a lot of stuff that you want to add to it.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we need a second winter village.
Maybe we do.
Or maybe we need to make it a little bit more of that table.
Yeah.
Because we kind of we were trying to concentrate it up into a point, but maybe we have to concentrate it up into a point with the ice castle at the top, and then maybe have some slopes down that still have stuff. So maybe a road up that's got houses as it comes down. Yeah, it's workable.
Well, we can make it work.
So, mini dolls.
Yeah, so the big thing with this is that it comes with mini dolls, so it's the most expensive set ever to come with mini dolls.
Oh, it probably is. I can't think of anything else that would come with mini dolls.
No.
That was a weird noise.
That was a weird noise.
People were begging for it to be minifigures. Everyone wanted the minifigures, and they thought because we obviously got the Elsa and Anna in the Disney minifigure series 2, that there was a possibility of it. But I knew it wasn't going to be. They want to market this at people who are used to mini dolls, so
yes,
they don't want to move away from
that. As you say, we've already got 2 previous versions of this castle, maybe 3 previous versions.
There are. I looked this up. There's about 4. I think. I forgot to actually then write that down. Yeah, there's a Duplo one. Okay. There are 3 sort of smallish ones, 2 of which, like, one was a re-release, and then there's a brand new Juniors one that we saw. So there's quite a lot of versions, and then there's quite a few like variations that kind of look like they're trying to be it, but they're called like Winter Wonderland kind of thing. So they're not quite the same. They're kind of more slides.
The previous ones have all been mini dolls. Obviously, apart from the Duplo one, which is Duplo people.
What are they even called? Duplo dolls. We just call them Duplo dolls.
Well, Duplo dolls.
Big mini dolls. Because they're mini doll-esque, but they're bigger.
Okay.
That's confusing, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, let's not call it that. They were always going to do them.
Yeah. And I know some people get upset by mini dolls. And I think one of the most interesting videos I've seen about it is actually Potter Minifig Pals.
Yeah, Holly.
She talked about it. And the thing that she worries about with mini dolls is that the kids get sucked into the Friends lines and the Disney lines. So specifically, young girls get into those lines. They've got the mini dolls, and then they won't branch out because you've not got mini dolls in other sets. So they don't want to go into City because then they've got minifigures and they want mini dolls because that's what they've grown up with. And to be fair, you may think that kids aren't that kind of picky.
They are.
But adults are so picky about this. There are so many who will refuse to have mini dolls in their cities. They will refuse to have them on sets or on display. If they buy the Friends sets, then they throw the mini dolls away, essentially.
Yeah, which is massively wasteful.
So if you're seeing that behaviour from the adults, the kids are going to be doing it. So, but then you've got this set. Maybe it is going to bridge that gap. There are going to be Disney fans who hate mini dolls who are going to buy this set, and they're going to have some mini dolls, and maybe that will start them off getting more mini dolls.
I hate the mini dolls, normally, thinking about it. But actually, the more we get, the more that Leah plays with them, the more I like them. I think I see the point of them. They are a good way to attract people into Lego. But you're right that it's hard to then cross from one to the other.
Yes. And I think, so my big issue with mini dolls is, one, they're all a bit skinny and it's not representative of different body types and stuff.
Minifigures, you don't get fat minifigures.
No, minifigures are all weird, wide, short people.
Yeah, it's true. They're less...
They're
They're
less realistic, and therefore it doesn't matter that they're therefore not representative. Or I don't know.
Yeah, you do also get some minifigures that have like the little lines on their torsos to make them look like they've got little bellies and things.
Yeah,
so
that's true. But then the other thing is the lack of male mini dolls. There's few of them. So yeah, in this set you get 2 Elsas, an Anna and a Kristoff. Now, I don't know why you need 2 Elsas.
No, I think it's because obviously the Ice Castle's that dramatic moment in the film where she changes from like trying to keep everything inside and hair all up and doing the right thing to actually being her true self. So you want to be able to change that, and that's one of the probably most playable parts. So having the 2 mini dolls does help with that.
But could you not do that by just chucking in a second hairpiece?
Second hairpiece and maybe a different cape.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if you didn't get both of them, you wouldn't be able to do that playing as much. Children like to see the correct characters. They're very picky on that kind of stuff. So I think what you've got there, apart from the fact you don't have Hans, which I'm sad about, because 1, he's another male character, and 2, our kids love Hans. Like, they love being the baddie.
They've got a weird fascination with him, haven't they?
And so not having him does limit their sort of ability to reenact the film as such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I suppose you can reenact the scene when Anna tries to get Elsa to come back, but you can't reenact the scene where Hans goes in and...
Yeah, says, don't be the monster that they think you are.
But then would you need the other guys with the crossbows and stuff?
Then that's when you should go and get all your minifigure collection and just pretend.
Yeah. Chuck them all in.
Yeah, and I think Leah actually is quite good at swapping between mini dolls and minifigures. I think maybe because she's surrounded by Lego all the time.
Yeah.
So it might help.
Yeah. And obviously the big disappointment from the set is no Sven.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even notice that. I was sad about the no Hans. But yeah, Sven, we like Sven.
Sven's amazing.
But you can get him from other sets.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go in the Ice Castle because he can't get up the steps.
That's true. He does have to wait outside.
Yeah, so...
But then again, I think Olaf has to wait outside as well.
Olaf does go in the end.
Oh, does he?
I think so. Well, I don't know, because part of this, I was trying to refresh my memory, and I think I watched an extended cut, and he goes in for that. Doesn't he go in and say, "You made me"? Or was that part of the extended scene?
I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess not then. Yeah, because I was watching it to try and work out how close a match the set was to the actual Ice Castle in the film. Because we watch it all the time, but I wasn't ever really truly paying attention. So they've done all right. But the stairs I think are the wrong side from the door, because obviously they wanted to put the stairs so that when you turn it, the stairs there,
and you've got the playability.
Yeah,
Which I think that's
I don't think they have enough stairs either. I think there's 2 levels of stairs in the other one.
I've obviously not gone back and watched it like you have, but for me, it looks slightly too short. I feel that top tower just needs to be 1 level higher.
I think that's they're missing that because they're missing that second staircase. Then they're missing that second level as well. When it rises up out of the snow, she grows it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And it's tall and it's menacing looking, and this is as if it's sort of been bashed back into the snow a little bit. So yeah, it is. But,
maybe you can just get a couple more of those, because I'm assuming it's the kind of quarter curved panel things make up that tower. Just a couple more of those.
Just raise it up.
Just raise it up one bit and see, because it does look slightly stunted.
Yeah. But they've got the details, all the pointy bits. I was like, is it pointy like that? And yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not sure about the white and the aqua colours. I don't know. Truly, it should be all see-through, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah, kind of varying degrees of transparency.
But I still think it looks pretty nice. There's some small details on the set that confuse me. So there's a mini build of Arendelle.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's like an arch and 2 things.
Okay.
And it seems to be in the same colour palette as all of the pieces.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure all the sets that I've seen for Arendelle have like a tan roof and things.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Why have they not done that? They've gone, we haven't got tan in this. We don't want to turn that on the machine, so we won't do it. Or maybe is it that she's built a model of Arendelle out of ice?
It could be.
I don't remember whether... I didn't see that in the film, so... No. That makes more sense.
I mean, I don't remember seeing like any furniture or anything in the film. So,
but then that's not playable, is it?
Yeah. So, they could have added in these random things.
Yeah, they've got poetic license. So, I mean, the fountain is there. The big spiky bit down the top, this like chandelier. That's the one, big spiky bit.
Big spiky bit.
All the spiky bits up. Spires.
Yeah.
I don't think she's got a cupboard at the top of her ice castle. But this one does.
Who knows? I mean, she's got to keep, like...
This detail here, can you see, right at the very top of the ice castle, is either a puffin or a penguin. And I do not even know what that is from. I was racking my brains. Is there a penguin or a puffin in this film that I've just completely forgotten
there shouldn't be penguins, because,
it's Norway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
So the other thing is this going to replace the Disney castle?
It's a completely different thing, though.
It is, but it's still a Disney castle.
It's a Disney ice castle.
Yes.
So the Disney castle's been out a while.
It has. We've not heard any rumours about it
retiring. Yeah, people think it should be about ready to retire, but because it's an anniversary year for the Disneyland parks, they don't think now is the right time. And also, if something's doing well, why would you retire it?
Yep.
Do you have to just keep replacing castles and you can't get rid of the old castle till you've got a new one and now they can? Or can you have 2 castles at the same time? They're different things.
They are 2 different things. So I think you could have 2 at the same time, but I think it could lead into them retiring the Disney castle and having this as kind of the big Disney attraction set that's in the stores and everything. Because
a lot of people take their Disney castles and they put them in their theme parks. That's what we've done with ours. We've seen loads of people who have Lego cities doing that. Do you think this would fit in a Lego city in that setting?
Probably not, but I don't think Lego care too much about that.
But
what they care about is having a big piece that makes kids pull parents into the Lego store. So if this can do that, then they don't need the Disney castle anymore.
Even if it's still selling? Why would you not keep selling something that's still selling?
Because you're trying to get people into the stores. If, families have walked past the shop for years and not gone in because of a Disney castle, or they went in once because of a Disney castle and haven't been in since, this then gets more people pulled in. Right. And that's what Lego's after.
But why do they have to then get rid of the old one for this?
Because they've only got so much display space, haven't they?
I don't think I've seen the Disney Castle in the window at all for ages, though. I don't even remember seeing the Disney Castle at all last time I went.
No, I'm not sure. I've definitely seen it in other people's vlogs going around seeing Lego stores, but
maybe it's already had its day and they're moving on.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen a lot more of the bigger city sort of sets, the modulars, the Ninjago Gardens.
Yeah.
They've just had so many releases that they've had to move things out. And the Disney Castle is old now, so
It is.
It's likely to go soon, but just probably not this year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a straight swap, but
No.
I see your point.
I don't think of it as a swap, but this is the heir apparent.
Yeah, heir apparent. And I think this is a slightly more accessible set because it is that £100 cheaper.
Yeah.
And not quite a ridiculous build because the Disney Castle did take us ages to build.
It did.
It is a big thing, and so this will catch a slightly younger audience, obviously, because that's what they're aiming for. So, yeah, I think it looks like a fabulous set. It's pretty, it's playable from what I can see, and I want it.
Good. That seems a fairly good place to end it then.
Yeah. Right. Well, tune in next week for another episode of the podcast. Bodcast. Which is way cooler than podcast.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. And let us know what you thought of this episode in whatever mechanism there is for replying to podcasts. Like, obviously, wherever you're listening to this.
Yeah, so this will be on the YouTube channel where we will probably throw some graphics on the screen so you can see what we're talking about. But, you know.
You can also go and look it up on the internet where you're listening if you want to.
Yeah.
Or just imagine it.
Just imagine it, yeah. But yeah, we will also try and get it out somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
However you do that with
all
podcasts.
those places that podcasts are accessible, that's where it will be.
Hopefully.
Maybe not this one just yet, but we're gonna get there.
That's our aim.
That's our aim, yeah.
And if you are on YouTube, then as we do more of these, there'll be a playlist so you can go through them and
And
comment on this one in 2 years' time to really confuse us.
Yeah, when they brought out a new Disney Castle, because apparently that's what they do. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.